I'm not going in cycles. I love that song. It really explains where I am right now in life. Really? Okay, so like, what are you changing? Hmm? Oh, I'm sorry. Like with the song, you're not going through cycles. Like, what are you changing? Oh no, I'm declaring it. I'm declaring it. That's not how it works. Jonathan McReynolds, listen, he did his thing with that song, okay? But a lot of us are singing this song and yet finding ourselves still in cycles. I mean, over and over again. And we're like, God, what is going on? Let me explain. So let's say, for instance, I'm going swimming and I come to the pool and I'm running around the pool. Now, we all know around the pool, the area is wet, so you're likely to fall inside the pool. But let's say I'm running around this pool and I fall in. So someone comes and helps me out of the pool. They're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, thank you so much for helping me out. Then as soon as I get out of the water, I start running around the pool again. Now I fall back in. And that same person comes and helps me like, hey, like, you okay? Like, you should be careful. And I'm like, yes, you're right. Thank you so much. But I just start running around this pool, and this happens again and again and again. That, my friend, is how cycles work. But let me put some scripture on it. So the Israelites are stuck in Egypt and they're praying, God, please deliver us. So God delivers them through Moses. Now, as they're going through the wilderness and about to enter the land that God has promised them, God says, I will be your God and give you prosperity and protection and all of these things as long as you follow me, as long as you stay true to my word. Now, the Israelites like, yes, like, yeah, okay, we're going to do it. So Moses ends up dying. Joshua takes over. Joshua ends up dying. And here the Israelites are forgetting who their God is, forgetting what God had promised them. As they forget who God is, they start doing other practices. So they start worshiping other gods. They start abandoning the practices that God told them to practice. And so they find themselves in a desolate place. I mean, torn. Life is horrible. And they finally call back out to God and they say, God, save us, God, please save us. So God sends a judge. No, not this one, but one like this. They were literally warriors. So God sends warriors to redeem his people, to get them out of the situations that they are in. Now, unfortunately, we see with each judge, the judge will come, fight for Israel, and the Israelites will, oh God, thank you so much for getting us out of this. But as time goes on, they make the same mistakes, forgetting who God is, or just plainly turning their backs on God, and then praying again to God for another judge. God, please send another judge. God, we need another judge. God, please send us someone. God sends a judge each time that they cry out and turn towards him. But as soon as they are delivered, after a little bit, they turn away. I can imagine them. God, where are you? Like, God, we're dying. Like, don't you see our people are getting sold? God, don't you see our people are just losing it? God, don't you see how horrible it is? They found themselves in a cycle. The people of Israel found themselves needing and pleading for a king, someone who could finally get them out of that place that they were in and defeat the enemy. They were begging for a king, and what they really needed was the Messiah. But the question I have for you is, what has God already spoken to you about that you refuse to submit to, and now you find yourself in a cycle? Some of you are saying, God, like, I don't understand. It just seems like I have no money. Like, I'm trying, and I just got this new job, and God, like, I just can't catch a break. Like, I don't have any money. And God is like, well, I didn't call you to that job. You keep asking me what you should do, and I keep showing you and telling you what you should do, but you don't listen. And now you find yourself in a cycle where you think that you have security in this other job, but you find out that you actually don't. Some of you are saying, God, I don't have peace. Like, I just feel like I can't catch a break. Like, there's no peace. when God is saying, I told you to disconnect from those people a long time ago, like a long time ago. You've chosen to follow your own way, and now you are suffering the consequences of this cycle. I honestly get sad when I think about the way that faith is for some people and the way that faith is for me sometimes. I'm going to share this example, and I hope that I explain it right, but if I don't, then I don't. It's okay, I have grace on me. But for example, I've sat in many chairs, and I have faith that the chairs can hold me up. Like I have faith that I have faith in this chair that it is holding me up. In fact, I don't even look down anymore when I sit in this chair. In order to display my faith that I have in this chair, I sit in it. In order to display the faith that we have in God, we have to act on it. And so we say these things like, God, I'm decreeing and declaring that I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to defeat this addiction of God. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to do all these things. But we don't take any actions to make these things come into play. Faith without works is, you know it, faith without works is dead. So decreeing and declaring, yes, it's good, God is sovereign, and I mean, hey, as soon as we say it, boom, a mountain can move. But God also needs us to move. You know, a lot of times we say things like, God, if you get me out of this, I promise I will never do it again. Like, that was my last time. Just get me out of this, please, God, please. And what do? We do it again, and we go right back to our old ways, putting our trust and joy and peace in the things that did not give us joy and peace in the first place. And we find ourselves in the cycle again and again and again. We love to blame God. God, where did you go? God, are you listening? Like, God, like, why did you abandon me? How could you just leave me like this? When it was our own hearts that led us away. In order to get through cycles, you must make a decision. What are you no longer going to do because you know that it trips you up and has you going in a complete cycle all over again? So I'm encouraging you that as you're in this season of your cycle, when you get to the part where it's like, okay, I'm good again, don't forget who you called on to get you out of that season. Do not forget him. Do not turn away from him. Do not start putting your trust in other things. It was so sad to see that here God is, the same one performing all these miracles in front of the Israelites. Then as soon as they get to Mount Sinai, they start making other gods. What? Why would you put your trust in that when God literally proved himself to you? And so this video, I'm talking to the people who are in these cycles because they did not put their trust in God and they refuse to put their trust in God. That is who this video is for. We can no longer be decreeing and declaring things and not actually exercising our faith. That is not how it works. So last two things, make a decision. Second thing, continue to walk with God even when you get the blessing. Continue to put your faith and trust in the thing that gave you that joy in the first place. And listen, if it don't work, okay, it didn't work, but it will. And so I really hope this blesses you. Look, I got some cycles going on in my life that I have to listen to God about as well. So I don't want you to just think that, oh, she's just talking to us because she has this all. No, I am your favorite home girl who be going through it and who literally only speaks to you about the things that I've gone through or that I am going through. So I hope that this video blesses you. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My mission is just to make the Bible just a little bit more simple, to explain it in a simpler way, because thee, thou, though, I don't be understanding that sometimes. So if you need someone to break it down to you, you should subscribe to me and have God speak to me so he can speak to you. So I love you guys. I will see you next week. Bye.